Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, is there something simple I could change to feel more refreshed, more vibrant? If so, you're absolutely not alone. For many women over 60, it's not about wanting to look 25 again. It's about wanting to feel confident, polished, and fully alive in the skin we're in today. But as the years go by, our go-to hairstyles may no longer serve us the way they once did. In fact, they might be silently adding years to our appearance. But here's the good news. You don't need a drastic makeover. You don't need injectables or expensive treatments. Sometimes, all it takes is the right haircut. Hi there, and welcome to Wellness 360N, the place where style meets self-confidence, and where beauty is always in season, especially after 60. In today's video, I'm sharing 6 powerful hairstyles that can instantly take years off your look. Styles that flatter mature features, bring softness back to your face, and boost your natural glow. Whether your hair is silver, salt and pepper, or still color-treated, whether it's fine or full, short or long, there's a youthful, elegant option here just for you. These are not trendy looks that only work on Instagram. These are timeless, tested cuts that real women, just like you, have fallen in love with because they're flattering, easy to manage, and yes, they work like magic. And here's a bonus. Stick with me until the end of this video, because I'll also share a 3-minute morning styling tip that adds volume, shape, and freshness to your hair. No professional tools required. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, sit back, and let's rediscover the kind of beauty that doesn't fade. It evolves. Because after 60, we don't disappear. We just get better. Let's start with a classic that's been quietly transforming women's looks for decades. The layered bob that hugs your face. Now you might be thinking, I've tried a bob before and it made me look older. And that's possible. If it was a blunt cut with no movement, it may have added sharpness where you actually needed softness. But this version is different. This bob isn't stiff. It's layered in all the right places, especially around the cheekbones and jawline, to create flow, softness, and structure. And here's the magic. Those gentle layers do more than flatter your features. They create lift and movement, which keeps your entire look youthful and fresh. Many women over 60 deal with a common hair change, thinning, especially around the crown or temples. A layered bob is a wonderful solution because it gives the illusion of fullness without adding weight. It also draws attention to your smile, your eyes, and your cheekbones, not your fine lines or neck area. Here's a pro tip. Ask your stylist for graduated layers that start slightly below the ears and taper softly toward the chin. Avoid sharp angles. The goal is to make your hair frame your face like a soft curtain, not box it in. And don't underestimate the power of the right length. For most women over 60, a bob that hits just below the chin is incredibly flattering. It gives structure without feeling harsh. It's short enough to feel modern and easy to manage, yet long enough to style in different ways. Straight, slightly curled, or tucked behind the ears. What I personally love most about this haircut, it works with all hair textures. Fine hair gets body and bounce. Thick hair becomes more manageable. Wavy or curly hair looks polished without losing its natural personality. Want to add a little extra glow? Consider subtle highlights around the face, sometimes called face framing lights. These can add dimension and brightness without requiring high-maintenance color appointments. At the end of the day, this bob isn't just a haircut, it's a visual reset. It says, I'm here, I feel good in my skin, and I'm not afraid to shine, softly and beautifully. So if you've been feeling like your hair is dragging your look down, or you've fallen into a routine that no longer reflects how vibrant you feel inside, this may be your sign. Try the layered bob. Let it hug your face. Let it lift your mood. You deserve to walk into a room and feel like your best version. Just step forward. If you're not quite ready for a shorter cut, or if you've always loved the graceful sweep of hair past your shoulders, then let me introduce you to your new best friend, the shoulder length lob. Lob simply means long bob, and this version, when it hits right at or just below the shoulders, is one of the most universally flattering haircuts for women over 60. Why? Because it strikes that perfect balance. Not too short, not too long. It's elegant, sophisticated, and incredibly versatile. And here's the best part. It's age-defying without looking like you're trying too hard. For many of us, the challenge of aging hair is that it becomes finer and loses its bounce. Long hairstyles that once looked romantic can start to feel lifeless or heavy, but cutting it all off may feel like too big of a leap. That's where the lob comes in. A well-cut lob removes the damaged ends that weigh hair down but keeps enough length to feel soft and feminine. It gently elongates the neck and gives your entire silhouette a more polished, graceful appearance. Styling tip: add soft waves with a curling wand or even simple overnight braids. A little texture adds volume and movement, making the lob feel light, airy, and full of life. You can wear it parted in the middle for a modern, chic look, or sweep it to the side for a softer, romantic effect. If you wear glasses, this cut frames your face beautifully without interfering with your frames or adding bulk around the temples. Want to take it one step further? Ask your stylist to add light layering at the ends or gentle face framing pieces that blend into the cut. This creates natural flow and prevents the dreaded triangle shape that can happen with one-length lobs. And don't be afraid of embracing your natural color, whether that's silver, salt and pepper, or a soft champagne blonde. A well-shaped lob highlights texture and shine, no matter what color you wear proudly. But perhaps what I love most about this style is its quiet confidence. It doesn't shout. It doesn't try too hard. It simply whispers, "I know who I am, and I still love feeling beautiful." If you've been holding on to long hair out of habit, even though it no longer flatters your features, this might be your gentle invitation to try something new. The shoulder-length lob is a fresh chapter, one that still feels like you, only lighter, brighter, and more free. Now let's talk about a style that many women admire from afar but hesitate to try: the pixie cut. At first glance, the pixie might seem too daring, too short, too edgy, too out there for someone over 60. But what if I told you that when done right, a pixie cut can be one of the most elegant, face-brightening, and confidence-boosting choices you can make? Let's throw out the old stereotype that short hair equals masculine or severe. Today's pixie cuts are soft, textured, and entirely customizable. And when paired with delicate layers, wispy bangs, or even a side-swept fringe, they bring out your eyes, cheekbones, and radiant smile like nothing else. Think of it as a liberated look, not just from long hair, but from all the years of styling stress. No more spending 30 minutes with a round brush, no more fussing over limp ends, just you, your natural beauty, and a cut that does the talking for you. Styling tip: the secret to a flattering pixie at this stage in life is texture and softness. Avoid razor-sharp lines or flat finishes. Instead, ask your stylist for gentle layers that give volume at the crown and movement around the ears and neckline. And here's something truly transformative: a well-cut pixie draws attention upward. It lifts the focus to your eyes and your smile, which naturally gives your face a more youthful, energized look. Many women report feeling more open, more free, and surprisingly more feminine after trying this style. Want a touch of sparkle? Consider adding a bold, silvery blonde or icy gray tone to your pixie. Not to cover your grays, but to celebrate them. This kind of intentional color brings edge and elegance all at once. Don't forget, accessories suddenly shine more with short hair. A statement earring, a silk scarf, even your favorite lipstick. They all become more noticeable. Your whole presence feels lighter, more confident, and very, very chic. Yes, it takes courage to go short, but it also says something powerful. I've stopped trying to blend in. Now I get to stand out, on my own terms. So if you've ever stared at a photo of a woman rocking a pixie and thought, "She looks amazing, but I could never pull that off," maybe this is your moment to prove yourself wrong. You're not too old, you're not too late, you're just getting started. There's something undeniably magical about curls. They bounce, they move, they catch the light. And for women over 60, soft curls, especially at shoulder length, can feel like a gentle return to joy. Not the high-maintenance ringlets of your younger years, but soft, natural waves that feel relaxed, feminine, and utterly alive. Too often, women are told to go shorter as they age, especially if they have textured or curly hair. But here's the truth. Soft curls at shoulder length can actually be one of the most flattering, youthful looks of all, especially when they're cut and styled to enhance your natural texture instead of fighting against it. Why does this style work so well after 60? Because it adds volume where you need it, softens the face, and brings effortless movement to your overall appearance. If you've noticed your hair thinning or becoming more delicate with time, soft curls can give the illusion of thickness and life without weighing you down. The key to this style, layers and shape. Ask your stylist for long layers that allow your curls or waves to move naturally while still giving the cut structure. The goal isn't to create a poof or helmet. It's to give the hair gentle direction and body. And don't forget about face framing pieces. These subtle touches, even just a few tendrils around the cheekbones, can take years off by softening your features and drawing attention upward. Whether your curls are natural or created with a large barrel curling wand, aim for loose, tousled texture. It should feel romantic, not rigid. Think, effortless elegance. Want to add a little modern flair? Play with a deep side part or a sweeping fringe. These small changes can bring an updated, intentional feel to your look without sacrificing the softness. And color? Oh, curls and color are a match made in heaven. Soft highlights or lowlights can add dimension and depth, making every curl catch the light and shimmer with warmth. One of the best things about shoulder-length curls is how they move with you. When you smile, they bounce. When you walk, they sway. When you turn your head, they frame your face like a living accessory. There's an energy to them, a kind of freedom, that reminds you you're still vibrant, still playful, still full of life. And let's talk about maintenance. You might think curls are complicated, but once you have the right cut and products, they're surprisingly easy to manage. Use a lightweight mousse or curl cream to enhance definition and let your hair air dry for a natural finish. No need to spend hours with a blow dryer. Just let your hair do what it loves to do, move. This style is especially lovely if you're someone who's always felt a little romantic at heart. If you love long walks, vintage books, linen dresses, or soft jazz playing in the background, these curls will feel like a natural extension of who you are. Because after 60, you don't need to chase youth. You simply need to lean into the softness, the grace, and the beauty that's already within you. So, if you've been straightening your hair out of habit or tying it back because you didn't know what else to do, maybe it's time to let your natural texture shine. Let the curls loose, let them dance, let them remind you and the world that you're still full of light. Let's clear something up once and for all. You don't have to cut your hair short just because you turned 60. There's this outdated belief floating around that long hair is only for the young, that once we reach a certain age, we're expected to chop it all off and play it safe. But here's the truth, and I want you to hear this with your whole heart. Long hair can look stunning, elegant, and completely age-appropriate. If it's shaped well, that's where soft layering becomes your best friend. As we age, our hair often becomes finer, thinner, or less voluminous. If you wear your hair long and keep it all one length, it can start to drag your features down, or worse, make your entire style look heavy and outdated. But when you add light, strategic layers, something magical happens. Your hair gains movement, your face looks lifted, your whole look becomes softer and more effortless. Think of it as breathing life back into your hair, without sacrificing the length you love. Ask your stylist for face framing layers that begin around your cheekbones or collarbone depending on your face shape. These subtle shapes will open up your face and draw attention to your best features, and especially your eyes and jawline. And don't worry, this isn't about giving up control or letting your hair run wild. This is about choosing a modern silhouette that allows you to keep your identity while still looking fresh and vibrant. Want to keep it low maintenance? Soft layers make styling easier, not harder. You can wear it sleek and straight for a polished daytime look, loosely waved for date night or a weekend getaway, pulled back in a half updo or a low chignon for elegance without effort. And let's talk color for a moment. If you're embracing your natural grays or silvers, long hair can showcase those beautiful shades in dramatic, radiant ways. Or if you prefer soft blonde, light brown, or even rich espresso tones, layered long hair gives your color more dimension and shine. But more than the styling or color options, what I love most about long hair with layers is the confidence it gives back. You're not trying to look like your 30-year-old self. You're celebrating the woman you are now. Graceful, empowered, full of presence. So if you've been holding on to your long hair but questioning whether you should cut it, let me say this clearly. You don't have to cut it. You just need to shape it in a way that reflects who you are today. not who you used to be or who the world expects you to be. Long, layered hair is not about holding on to youth. It's about embracing your femininity softly, proudly, beautifully, loudly. Let's talk about a hairstyle that brings energy, movement, and just the right touch of effortless cool, the elegant shag. Now, if the word shag brings to mind 1970s rock stars or over-teased layers, don't worry. Today's shag is not that. It has evolved into a softer, more polished version that's perfect for women over 60 who want to look youthful without looking like they're trying too hard. What makes the shag such a winner at this stage in life? It's all about texture, not sharp edges or stiff styling for nintansh, but feathered layers that fall naturally, adding volume, movement, and personality. This cut is designed to work with your hair's natural behavior, whether it's straight, wavy, or curly, not fight against it. In fact, one of the most common concerns I hear from women over 60 is, my hair is starting to feel limp, flat, or lifeless. That's exactly where the shag shines. With its multi-dimensional layers, the shag instantly lifts the crown, frames the face, and creates the illusion of thickness. It also gives your hair a sense of freedom. It moves when you move. It catches light. It bounces. It feels alive. Styling tip. This is the perfect cut for air drying or low-heat styling. Apply a lightweight texturizing spray or mousse, scrunch gently, and let your hair settle into its own unique shape. And for those with natural wave or curl, this is your moment. The shag embraces that texture instead of taming it. Want to soften it even more? Consider adding curtain bangs or wispy side bangs. These can frame your eyes and soften your forehead without committing to a blunt fringe. And the beauty of bangs at this age, they often provide a gentle camouflage for forehead lines while drawing attention to your eyes. The elegant shag says, I'm fun, I'm confident. I know who I am, and I still love to play with style. It's not overly polished, but it's far from messy. It lives somewhere in that sweet spot of undone beauty, the kind that feels effortless but turns heads. If you're someone who craves a little change, who wants hair that feels a little more exciting, a little more you, this might be the fresh start you've been waiting for. Now that we've covered 6 stunning, age-defying hairstyles that truly enhance your natural beauty, it's time to flip the mirror and talk honestly about the hairstyles that might be aging you without you even realizing it. Not to criticize but to empower, because sometimes all it takes is letting go of the wrong style to step confidently into the right one. Ready? In the next section, we'll reveal common haircut mistakes women over 60 should avoid, and what to try instead. Shall we begin? 5 hairstyles women over 60 should avoid and why. We've celebrated the cuts that enhance your beauty. Now let's gently talk about the ones that might be holding you back. This isn't about following rules. It's about recognizing which styles no longer serve you and replacing them with ones that make you feel vibrant, confident, and fully alive. Here are 5 common hairstyle mistakes women over 60 often fall into, and what to do instead. 1. The outdated helmet hair. You know the one. Overly sprayed, too stiff, and absolutely immobile. It was once considered polished, but today it reads more stuck in time. Why it ages you. It creates harsh lines, hides your natural texture, and removes any sense of movement or softness. What to try instead. Ask your stylist for soft layers with flexible styling products. Movement equal to youth. 2. Super long, heavy, one-length hair. Long hair is not the enemy, but heavy, lifeless hair with no shape can drag your features down and make you look older. Why it ages you. It lacks bounce and can make your hair look thin, tired, or stringy, especially around the ends. What to try instead. Keep the length if you love it, but add soft layers and texture to lift the face and restore vibrancy. 3. Overly dark or harsh hair color. Deep, flat blacks or dark browns might have suited your 30s, but as your skin tone changes with age, these colors can look too severe. Why it ages you. They highlight fine lines and wash out your complexion, making your features appear sharper in all the wrong ways. What to try instead. Choose dimensional shades. Think soft browns, silvery blondes, or even warm gray blends that bring out the glow in your skin. 4. Extreme blunt bangs or harsh geometric cuts. Sharp, heavy bangs or bold geometric styles may feel trendy, but they rarely flatter mature faces. Why it ages you, they add severity and can shorten the face, making expressions look more rigid or harsh. What to try instead? Opt for soft, side-swept bangs or feathered fringe to frame the eyes and add graceful flow to your look. 5. Ignoring natural texture. Trying to constantly straighten curly hair or flatten volume can leave hair looking forced, dry, and outdated. Why it ages you. It fights against the hair's natural tendencies, often resulting in frizz or a stiff appearance. What to try instead? Embrace your texture. Let waves, curls, or even a little natural volume work in your favor. With the right cut and products, it can look modern and effortless. At the end of the day, the goal isn't to look younger. It's to look like the best, most radiant version of you. And sometimes that simply means letting go of the past and stepping boldly into a new era of style that celebrates where you are now. Because after 60, you deserve a hairstyle that doesn't just sit on your head. It should lift your spirit. By now, you've seen it, the power a great haircut holds. We've explored 6 beautiful, age-defying styles that bring softness, shape, and light to your features. The timeless pixie, the flattering bob, the classy lob, the romantic shoulder-length curls, the graceful long layers, and the lively, elegant shag. Each one is more than a haircut. It's a quiet statement that says, I still care about myself. I still love to express who I am. We've also gently uncovered 5 common hairstyle mistakes, not to judge, but to help you see what might be unintentionally dulling your natural glow. Sometimes it's not about doing more, it's about doing different, letting go of outdated habits, and choosing a look that supports the woman you are today, not the one you were decades ago. Because here's the truth. Beauty doesn't disappear with age. It simply evolves. And your hairstyle, it can be your most powerful ally, framing your smile, echoing your energy, and reminding you and the world that style has no expiration date. So whether you're ready to try something bold or simply refine what you already have, I hope this gave you permission to make a change, or at least consider one. You deserve to feel fresh. You deserve to look in the mirror and see someone you love staring back. Which of these styles are you most drawn to? Have you recently made a hair change that made you feel alive again? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's inspire one another. And if this video gave you some clarity, confidence, or even a smile, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. There's more beauty, style, and confidence coming your way. Because after 60, you're not fading. You're blooming.